Hello, good afternoon. You're watching our 12 at 12 show. And in this particular show, we'll definitely talk about the qualifier one. It's obviously about now RCB versus Gujarat Titans. And, training wise, preparations wise, the way they finished the league stage, all 14 games, the encounter between them, 1-1 sorted. So it's quite a game. And, bowling wise, if you see both the teams, batting wise, if you see both the teams, spin attack, and the middle order. Yes, when you talk about the middle order thing, there is a certain question mark over the participation of the Gujarat Titans players. That are we completely with 100% confidence? Can we say that the middle order of Gujarat Titans can we compare them with the RCB middle order? That's where I think question rises, and we will dig deep into it. That what are the key areas? A kind of SWOT analysis before the big qualifier one in Dharamshala. Both the teams are there. A lot of videos coming, a lot of beard inspection from Virat Kohli as far as Shubman Gill is concerned. And we all know the kind of rapport they share, the kind of relationship they share off the field and on the field also. But before that, there's a very important part which I really want to, really want to put in your notice. And this is about what we saw today morning, Australia time today morning. And that was a post share by Travis Head's wife. Similar thing, she said that it's kind of a similar experience for her, like after 19th November 2023, when she woke up at 20th November 2023, or maybe here after that SRH RCB game. It was we all know what happened there between Virat Kohli and Travis Head. And I'm not here to say that was Virat right or Travis Head right. I really don't know at this point of time that who was exactly the culprit at that point of time. But if you are attacking someone's family, if anyone is going beyond a certain kind of line, which is a unwritten rule that you cannot go to the family, beat at one point of time, we all remember 2014, 2015, when Indian team was not doing really well. It was all around Anushka Sharma. It was all around the family members of the player. This is not for the very first time it's happening. This happened then also. It happened way back in 2003 World Cup also, when the players are not doing well in the World Cup. It's their homes, it's their family members. The stones were pelted at their homes, and then you have to call out the security forces to give them extra security at that point of time. But what happened since means last a decade, it's all about that when a player is doing good or when a player is doing bad, and if you doesn't agree with it or if you are not happy with it, you go to the family members, you go to his social media account, you go to a particular member of the social media account, you go to the daughters, you go to the sons, you go to the family members, the wife, the mother, the father, everyone, and you write certain kind of words, means any kind of words for that matter, you know which I'm not saying that he doesn't deserve that or she doesn't deserve that. It's not acceptable totally. The thing is that, so I think that post was all around the social media right now, and it's for all those so-called fans who are not exactly the fans, but a troll kind of thing. If you talk about what was written in Travis's wife, piece, or the story she shared about that, the kind of attack she is getting at this point of time as far as her social media is concerned. We'll try to show you what she said in that post. But Devashish Das, starting with you, how do you see this? Because you have covered cricket around the world, you have seen a lot of these things around the different parts of world. As I said that, when Virat, they have to abuse Virat, they not only abused Virat, the trolls, I'm saying, they also took it to Anushka at certain point of time, and to the family members of Virat Kohli also. And there is a lot to that. The Mahendra Singh Dhoni's daughter incident, we all remember the kind of, at one point of the time, at one point of time. How do you see this? And, how you want to, tell about I don't call them fans, I call them trolls. What do you say to those trolls at this point of time?
Yeah, Rohit, I think it is totally uncalled for. Means it totally uncalled for to be dragging a cricketer's wife and his daughters. Means it is not done. It means just absolutely not done. And it has not happened. It happened for the first time. It happened after the 2023 World Cup final, after Travis had played that outstanding knock. scoring that
Mm.
100 and helping Australia win. It happened after the 2024 World Test Championship final as well, where Travis Head once again was the thorn in the flesh for the Indians. So I think it is just not done to be dragging. Not just for Travis Head, any cricketer in the world,
Yeah.
you cannot drag a cricketer's family, is his wife or daughters or son or family members. It is totally uncalled for, and I think Jessica has done a commendable job in coming out to the media and expressing herself. It is not just about an Australian cricketer or an Indian cricketer or an English cricketer. It is humanity after all. Means obviously these social media trolls. How can you stop this? Now the question is, how
Mm.
can you stop this? Because there will always be some sort of elements who will take up to social media and comments X Y Z about any cricketer. So I think this is something that needs to be taken care of, because this is clearly something that is related to mental health. And obviously, just imagine Travis said will be playing the playoffs, and just imagine what his mindset will be going around right this time, with his family members being targeted by a few in the social media who is constantly trolling. So I think there's something that needs to be looked at, Rohit.
Bharat, coming to this particular incident, it's not only about the trolls. It's also about how you operate with certain individuals. Someone takes Virat Kohli's wicket, and then now everyone says. I remember this very. Uh, it was I think the LSG game when Prince Yadav took the wicket of Virat Kohli, and everyone now said in the social media, now check out the Prince Yadav's Instagram post, check out the comment section of the Instagram. I'm not saying that it's everywhere and it's every time it's only the only thing as far as these trolls are concerned, but this is now as Devashish does it, that we can't do anything, but this is very common now. Means every other time, we all remember that what happened during, I think there was a funny incident also in this, that it was about a ball, when SG cricket ball, and Virat suddenly dropped a catch, and everyone went to the SG Instagram account and said that why the shape of the ball is not good, why you don't held into Virat Kohli's hand. So means you means I cannot at this point of time digest these kind of things, that how can someone go to this extent as far as trolling or maybe criticizing someone. So at one point of time there is this serious part to it, and then there is this part to it which completely gives you an idea that these are only trolls, these are not sensible, or maybe who have certain kind of IQ as far as writing anything on social media is concerned. They are just trolls.
Yeah, unfortunately, these things I guess will continue to happen because if you notice, even when Virat Kohli got bowled in that Ranji Trophy game by Himanshu Sangwan, they searched for his
Yeah.
Instagram profile. Actually, they found out a wrong profile and abused
Hmm.
that person as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
So it is something because of fan wars. First of all, it's because of fan wars. There are so
Hmm.
many fan clubs out there. Obviously, Virat Kohli obviously would have the biggest fan club of the lot, but other cricketers also have fan clubs, unofficial fan clubs, or whatever you want to say. So these things, I guess, won't stop. If anything, it would only get worse because everyone has an internet now.
Yes.
Just open your mobile. You would have Geo or whatever it is. Go to Instagram and abuse some X or Y person all the time. So I guess, unfortunately, this will continue to happen. Maybe there will come a time when a lot of them won't be on social media because of this. Even now, you are seeing a lot of them just make their Instagram profile private. So these things are also happening. So I guess that's what will happen one fine day. A lot of them will just leave social media. There was a time in 2005 when people wanted to get into social media. Maybe
Yes.
maybe somewhere in 4 or 5 years, a lot of people will just come out of the social media, out of their social media accounts, mainly because of this kind of trolling abuse, which we see not just on Instagram, we see it across platforms, be it on Twitter, be it on other platforms as well. You also have seen enough of it. So not much to add. Unfortunately, we can't do much about it. I think it will only get worse from here on. More fan clubs, more abuses. Just somehow one has to wade through
Yes.
it.
Yes. I think more the perfect example of this is Rishabh Pant posting after the league stage ended and he turned off the comment section. Multiple times I've seen this. Players have done it. Hardik Pandya did that. He posted 20 pictures, just one picture in that net practice session with Mumbai Indians jersey. There's other photos also, but there were a lot of questions that why you haven't posted anything with your team, any huddle pic, anything like that. There was no pic, and then there is one more picture which is making the highlights, and it's his phone there. I don't know it's his phone or anyone else's phone, but his wallpaper in the phone, and there's written 0707. So people are taking out a lot more things from that only picture. But Rishabh Pant doing that, I remember Stuart Binney and Mayanti Langer doing it. As Bharat rightly said that this is you cannot stop it, and Debashis also said it. But you know what happened, when you criticize someone on the cricket field, that's at least at certain point of time you can adjust with that. But to go to this much of extent where someone has to put out things like that, I don't think this is completely needed at this point of time. In this era where we are talking very richly about the IPL, the Indian Premier League, the Indian cricketers, Virat Kohli, we all know what he has achieved. But doing around him all of this, I don't think it is acceptable at all.
Yeah, I mean, Rohit bhai, if you tell me, it's baffling. I don't really know what goes on in their heads because it is one thing to criticize them on the field, how they are performing, how they are behaving, but it's the other thing to take it to social media and abuse everybody. Recently I also saw Ruturaj Gaikwad turned off his comment section because
Yeah.
CSK fans themselves were going and abusing him and his family members. So it's just sad, because they are also representing the franchisees. Some of them are representing their own countries. They are doing their job. It's not like they are doing anything wrong. Coming back to this Travis Head Virat Kohli incident, I'm not just saying it's just the Virat Kohli's fan clubs because a lot of other sports people who have a considerable amount of fan following, their fans have also done it. So I think it's just really sad because what role does Travis Head's wife have in this?
Yeah.
She is nowhere around that circle. She is minding her own business, and also the reason why some of these cricketers nowadays even refuse to reveal the faces of their kids in public. This is the very
Yes.
reason
Yes.
they
Yes.
get trolled, they get abused, and not just abused and trolled, they get threats of all kinds. I've seen certain
Yeah.
comments where they're literally threatening the kids and the wives, and I mean, I just don't know what goes on in their heads, why they come to this conclusion. But I think, like
Sure.
Debashish and Bharat also mentioned, I think this will go on, but
Hmm.
there has to be certain repercussions. They get away with it because they do it and nothing happens in return. So if
Correct.
there are certain repercussions, if they are able to face the wrath in return or something, some action is taken, then maybe at some point they will stop. But as of now, I don't see that happening.
I think they,
Everyone is trolling everyone.
I think they are faceless, nameless, so it's again very
Yeah.
difficult to identify them. And just want to conclude it with saying that we always complain this that why Virat Kohli is not posting anything on social media, like the social stuff. Why there is not coming anything apart from that, the collaborations or the advertisements. He doesn't post anything. Earlier he used to do a kind of short vlogs also that look I'm in a cruise at this point of time with my team, holy celebrations, multiple things we have seen in Virat Kohli's Instagram account. This year, at the very start, he started with, I think, something, maybe 1 week into the year or 10 days into the year, and he posted a couple of things. And there's suddenly that the old Virat Kohli is back, who used to, put social stuff also in Instagram. But that's why as more rightly said, that's why people started to make their profile private. That's why people choose less to show. Even there are, even we have seen that they don't want to show us the face of their kid. As soon as they walk out of the airport, they show that they said this clearly that shoot us, don't shoot our kids. So, and I've seen this multiple times. Debashish Da knows it, that how cricketers are very much protective about their kids, about their family members. Show me, you want a picture with me, click a picture with me, but don't shoot our kids. So there is a specific reason for it. Everything which are you seeing at this point of time in social media by the cricketers or their family, there are very specific and very reasons for it. It's not out of proportionate, and why you are doing this and that. There are reasons for that. So okay, that's what we want to say in this particular matter. But there's a cricket game also, more than, I think, almost a couple of days now. But RCB versus GT, Devashish Da, who's your favorite team? Just to ask, and then how do you see this game panning out? Is GT for GT not playing any game as of now in Dharamshala? Is that certain thing which will challenge them? RCB already played there, won the game. It was a day game. Now they have to play a night game. And on the other hand, it's RCB doing really well. I think the number one team of the tournament as far as bowling, batting, fielding is concerned. They have checked all boxes, multiple match winners, bowling, spin, middle order, and top order. Everything's looking good. On GT's part, I think the middle order is still not that much tested. After Washington Sundar, we still don't know that who can we trust that much. Devashish, your favorite team to win this qualifier one, and your analysis as far as the qualifier one is concerned.
Yeah, I think whichever team wins, obviously they will get another chance. The best part is they will get another chance. So that's the beauty of IPL. If you are the top two teams, and on paper, see, not much in it. Both the sides, they look very strong, very consistent throughout the season. That's the reason they find in the top two positions with 18 points. Talking about RCB, yes. Yet another great season where Virat Kohli has scored almost 550 runs, and also now that Phil Salt has joined the side, Devdutt Padikkal has also been performing well. Rajat Patidar has been instrumental. Jitesh Sharma, yes, Team David, particularly Team David and Krunal Pandya showing finishing touches in the last. In Venkatesh Iyer in last match, he opened the batting and played that cameo 44 runs. So and when you talk about their bowling, I think Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, Josh Hazlewood will rank up there alongside likes of Jacob Daffy, Rashid Salam, Suyash Sharma. So it's a very, very complete side. When you talk about Gujarat Titans, see, obviously their top two run scorer in the IPL has to be that Gujarat Titans batters, means Shubman Gill and Sai Sudarshan. And also Josh Butler also coming good finally, but he did not start the season on a great note. But I think their strength lies in their bowling, Rohit, if you ask me, with the likes of Mohammad Siraj, Prasidh Krishna, Kagiso Rabada, Rashid Khan. I think the Jason Holder, I'm forgetting Jason Holder's name. I think Gujarat Titans' strength lies in their bowling much more than their batting. So I think it will be RCB batting versus Gujarat Titans bowling. But if you would ask me the favorites, I would still say RCB will have a slight edge over GT.
The color of your jersey and the color of your wall is also suggesting something related to that. But Bharat, coming to you, what are your sources saying? Because I remember you told us way earlier that Phil Salt, if the availability you are talking about, it's somewhere around the playoffs and not before that. He is here, but he didn't play it. And I was listening to I was listening to Dinesh Karthik, I think, in that ongoing game versus Sunrisers Hyderabad, and he said that he is still on the way to recovery. Means he's not, I think, 100% fit, but it's now, I think, 2 or 3 days to that game. Is there any update we have? You had you had any word with your sources? Team is in Dharamshala. Phil Salt is here. Everyone is here. Can we say a Phil Salt and Virat Kohli opening up in this particular qualifier one? Because it was great to listen to Riyan Parag yesterday, and Harsha Bhogle asked him that you are unfit, but you are going to be there in the eliminator. And he said, yes, I'm not 100% fit. I'm not 100% fit in this game also, but I played this one, and I'll play the eliminator also, but I'm not 100% fit. So are they going to risk Phil Salt? And why I'm saying this, because can we say that we are 100% confident on Venkatesh Iyer? If Phil Salt comes in, what's the playing combination? Who will you drop to get a place for Venkatesh Iyer? Because I think 2 good knocks, 1 man of the match also playing in the middle order. He can contribute with the ball also if it is a grippy surface like we saw, in the first 2 games in Dharamshala. It was day-night games. Not day-night, means night-night games. And the ball was holding a bit in the first innings. What's your assessment as far as this Dharamshala wicket is concerned? the playing combination of RCB, and do we have anything on Phil Salt?
The Phil Salt, the only thing I can say is if you look at his finger, even during that hurdle, there was a tape around his finger.
Yeah.
So that itself is a clear indicator that is not completely fit. Otherwise, you won't
Yes.
have a tape around your finger. It's like, for example, when Jofra Archer came back to international cricket, he was still wearing that elbow brace. Now he's not
Yes.
wearing. That means he's completely fit now, but not at that time, around 2025. So that tells you that Phil Salt is not completely fit. But they may take a gamble. They may still take a gamble. The source
Mm.
that I got was obviously from May 4th. That is where it was told to me that that Phil Salt could come in the equation around the time of the playoffs or just before the playoffs. He might come back to India. But the RCB setup, I have to say that they've been very, very, what can I say, they try to hide everything when it comes to injuries. They tried their best. They tried their best. This is something that I got it from the Phil Salt camp. Anyway, coming back to this, so that's the best thing I can tell. If you look at his finger, there's a tape around his finger. So that means that
Yes.
they have to just risk him. If they play Phil Salt, they just have to risk with Phil Salt, hoping that it won't really affect his batting. See, as far as the Dharamsala venue is concerned, see, it's a very strange kind of ground because it's at a high altitude. Because it is at a high altitude, the ball will travel. The ball will travel further. The ball will travel faster. This two will definitely happen, which we saw even in that game between Mumbai Indians and Punjab Kings, where basically Tilak Varma in the post-match press conference said that I told the Will Jacks, you just hold the shape of your shots and the ball will fly here because it's at a high altitude. So that is something I think is helping the batters a lot. But we have seen a little bit of nip in Dharamshala, bit of variable bounce. So that's an indicator that the pace bowlers can also use it to their advantage. Somewhere I think Punjab Kings, I genuinely believe, honestly believe that Punjab Kings have the worst pace attack of the 2026 IPL. So I'm not basing everything on what they did or what they didn't do because every single time they were looking to defend a target, it was going against them. So there is still something in it for the pace bowlers. It's not like it's a completely flat track, but just that as the ball flies so much at that ground, it kind of negates it. So anyway, coming back to the combination, I think RCB have more than the batting department. I think they have a small problem or two in their bowling department because Suresh Sharma is bowling a lot of long hops. Is something that he has carried on from his practice sessions at the Chinnaswamy Stadium way back on March 20th, 21st when I was watching. Even then, he was bowling long hops. Even now, he's bowling long hops. And the second point to look at is I think Hazelwood has not been at its absolute best in this particular IPL. I'm not saying he's done bad, but it's not been remarkable. So I think they have small problems in that bowling department, but I don't think they can change much, like bringing Richard Gleason into the equation at this point of time of the IPL, although he's a good fast bowler, hits the deck hard. So the combination more than the batting, I think they have to worry slightly about their
Bharat,
bowling department.
Bharat, just to interrupt there, do they have any choice as far as replacing Suresh Sharma is concerned? Because Suresh, as you already know, that he's not contributing that much as far as the bowling is concerned. Do we have any other
I
option? Can we?
At this point of time, I think they have to stick with Suresh Sharma. They have given him so many chances, and during the playoffs, I don't think it really makes sense to even bring in someone else. Obviously, they can still try someone else like Swapnil Singh. He play bowled in a couple of practice games way back in March when I was watching him, but he's not played any games. So suddenly bringing
But
in a spinner or a
Bharat,
Vicky or whoever it is.
Bharat, they kept Kanish Chauhan name in the impact player. Can Kanish Chauhan be one?
It's also
Because Swapnil I never saw there, Vihan I never saw there, Vicky Ostwal I never saw there. I saw a constant name coming up as far as the impact player thing is concerned, and that's Kanish. Kanish can bowl that spin also, can bat a bit, not bit, but can bat obviously, and he's a damn good fielder also.
Yeah, but I guess that depends on whether the opposition has a slew of left-handers. If it's very much a data-driven RCB squad or setup, where they just look at a lot of bowling matchups, having met Andy Flower a couple of times unofficially. It
So I
seems like
think,
he's very much into data. So I think maybe they will just look at Suresh again.
but I think they have three left-handers,
Yeah,
GT.
yeah. But again goes back to the same point. Can they suddenly get someone in?
Yeah,
They should have given,
a youngster, a youngster who
even if it
hasn't
is
played a single
Swapnil,
game in the league stage
even if
itself.
it is Manish, they should have
Yeah,
given these bowlers at least one chance. The
yeah,
same goes with Richard Gleeson as well. He can
sure.
definitely come to the equation as an impact sub or a Maresh
Yeah,
or whatever it is. But still, suddenly can you throw a player into the IPL playoffs? That I think that is why they kind of will go with the same combination. Maybe who knows? Phil Salt might also miss out on this game and for Venkatesh Iyer to continue because I think it's a 50-50 situation with him.
sure. More, your curtains are not giving me any idea of which team you are supporting, but is it GT or is it RCB? And what's your analysis about, what Debashish Da also said that it will be, GT damn good with the fast bowling. Kagiso Rabada in the power play, Mohammad Siraj in the power play, then Jason Holder and Rashid Khan in the middle over phase. I think they've done two wonderful changes. One, Shubman Gill started with this, that they want to give power play overs to only two bowlers after the first game. I think first game they have given over to Ashok, 1 over in the power play to Ashok. But after that, what they did is every power play, it's three to Siraj, three to Rabada, whatever the result may be. And after that, I think that Mumbai loss, the huge loss versus Mumbai, they bought Jason Holder and they gave him the chance. And they replaced him with Ashok, who's picking up wickets, but the economy rate was over 11 or maybe somewhere 11 to 12. Now Jason Holder with the economy of less than 7.5 wickets, I think somewhere around 11 to 13, can contribute with the bat, doing really well with the ball. Rashid Khan is there. You have a Prasidh Krishna for the middle overs. So what Debashish Da is saying, I think exactly good. But on the other hand, they have also Bhuvneshwar Kumar, obviously the purple cap holder. And then you have someone like a Josh Hazelwood. We know that how he's coming up, as far as the tournament is coming towards the close, it's Josh Hazelwood is finding his form. How do you see it, as far as bowling and batting perspective?
Yeah, first of all, I think it's very hard to say because both these teams, if you look at the head-to-head records, they're almost neck to neck, and they've given each other a tough fight whenever they've faced each other. But like you mentioned, in this very venue, RCB have already played a game, obviously, and they've won it. And on the other hand, GT will come here and play. But once again, I think it's not going to be a cakewalk for any team because if you look at the batting, I think GT, of course, their top three, they are very, very top dependent. Even now, I'll say Washington Sundar has been stepping up, but the three of them consistently scoring runs, it is a plus, but also it can become a point of concern at certain points. But if the three of them get going, or even if one of them get going and bats deep, then I think GT, of course, they look like a very good side. Bowling, of course, Gujarat Titans, like Bharat also mentioned, it is a high scoring ground, but of course, fast bowlers do get some assistance early on. So, of course, I mean, three overs of Kagiso Rabada and Mohammad Siraj each, I think it has been a great move because obviously it gives proper role clarity. It shows faith in the players. I remember in the game versus RCB itself, Kagiso Rabada went for a lot of runs in the first over. Then again, Shubman Gill trusted him, brought him in the next over again, and he took the wicket of Virat Kohli. So this shows trust, this shows backing, and of course, it has given them the confidence to keep performing the way they have. Bowling has been their very strong suit. So I am looking forward. Of course, Jason Holder as well. This team has looked very different pre Jason Holder and post Jason Holder. He has
Yes.
given proper balance as far as bowling is concerned. And of course, he can chip in with the bat as well when required. So I think they look like a very good side. The only point of concern is, like you mentioned, the middle order. Because, I mean, other than, Washington Sundar has stepped up, but Rahul Tewatia and all of these people, not
Nishant,
really that reliable. Nishant,
Sek-
not really. Nishant has had a few good cameos, but can you rely on him? When you need to score big or you need to chase big. These are the things that need to be kept in mind. RCB, on the other hand, their batting, of course. I mean, any RCB fan would hope that Phil Salt is back because the kind of start that he can give, Jacob Bethel he's a great talent, but he has not been able to do that. Venkatesh
yes.
Iyer has shown promise, but then once again, it's the Virat Kohli Phil Salt combination that has worked wonders. They have great understanding, great chemistry, so him coming back will give more depth. Of course, their bowling has also been good. Bhuvneshwar Kumar has been excellent. Josh Hazelwood has been a bit inconsistent, but once again, when these tough situations come up, he is known to stand up. So once again, there's no need to doubt him. Uh, but yeah, I mean, the middle
Any
order,
prediction?
yeah, of course. Yeah, middle order. I think I think I'd go for RCB because the middle order, if you look at it, the entire batting depth, I think RCB are a lot more reliable than the GT. Of course, they've played here also, so I think RCB might win. So I don't know, but Jitesh Sharma's form is a concern. Other than that, I think everything else is perfectly well put.
Jitesh Sharma and Shuyash. So the
Shreyas, yeah.
So the Sharmas are not very happy as far as RCB is concerned. They are a little bit of problem in RCB. But okay, time to conclude this show. As we started, we need to be a lot better human being as far as social media is concerned. The things we write, the way we target, and in terms of I'm telling to them who are acting as a troll as far as the Travis had and his wife. The things happened there. I think we need to be a lot better as far as social media, consumption is concerned, and also what we write, to someone in hate. And then obviously after that, it was the GT RCB encounter. I think it's RCB versus GT. A lot of people will say that RCB will win, but I think for me the combination and the conditions, I think GT has an upper hand as far as that game versus RCB is concerned. That's my particular point of view. I think GT will make it to the finals. Let's see what happens on the other side. We will try to give you each and everything from the grounds also, from the matches also. And it's not only I'm saying about cricket, it's also about every and any kind of sports. The Federation Cup is on and Abhishek is doing really well from there. Our Abhishek, not any player I'm talking about, from Ranchi, and he's doing really well from there. So catch out those interviews also, the live coverage also, the reports also in the Rev Sports website. And for more, keep watching, subscribing, and click that notification bell also for all the updates. Thank you so much and have a good day.